When I think about, China and I think about the market here, I think about just the idea of curiosity and curiosity about what's next and what's new. And young is all about what's possible, what's the future. And I see, here in Beijing, I see young talent in the entertainment world, in the art world, in the fashion world, in the business world. And for me as a designer, it's very inspiring to have customers who are curious about the newest thing. What's next? I think what's happened now, though, is, celebrities have traditionally always had people watching them. So it was always important for them to look great because they always knew that a photograph was being taken. But now real people who aren't famous are having pictures taken. We all live a celebrity life now. Every time you go out, if you post a picture of yourself on Instagram, it's the celebrity moment. So everyone is watching. So I think I think also designers have to think that for people who aren't famous, you want to make sure that the clothes that people wear, the bags, the shoes, everything, it's great looking and practical, and also how does it look in a photograph? I got to hear what they had to say, and I'm the kind of designer, I love the conversation. Well, now we have a global world, and the greatest way to communicate is socially. So when we post a photograph on Instagram, immediately I know all around the world how people feel about that picture. I know communicating socially. You see a picture of someone that you follow on Instagram and you say, oh, Michael Kors, oh, this great picture of Jennifer Lawrence, and she has on a camel coat because it's raining, but she threw it on her shoulders. And she threw it over her clothes. And you say, oh, I have a camel coat at home. Maybe I should try that. So you learn something new by looking at all of this imagery. And it's a wonderful way to communicate. And I don't think that fashion is, a 9-to-5 job. I think it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm always being influenced, always thinking about the next collection. But it's changed also now. The rules have changed. When I first started, there was no global world of fashion. There were rules about what you wore depending on your age or your nationality. There were rules about what you wore depending on the seasons, or the time of day. No one would wear, sequins for daytime. No one would wear sandals in the winter. Now we mix everything up, which makes it more interesting, it's more exciting, and it's always changing. So my advice from a business point of view would always be to the designers, who is your customer? What kind of life does she live? And where would she go in that? And some of them would have no answer, and they'd say, I don't know. And I always would say, you have to think about that. It's not enough that it's just beautiful. It has to function.